Dobro Veche, Divine Pisces, 222. Gonna do an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. Sorry I couldn't get one out this morning before work, so I'm gonna do it now. Right meow. Okay. Starting off good. Alright. So I feel kind of a renewed sense of celebration coming in. Well, not just celebration, but like almost like a return to self-love here, which is the point. Anyway. Okay, a lot of divine masculines right now still kind of going through awakenings, really being pushed into recognizing this and what this means. Okay. Still some third party situations happening, though. I definitely feel that there are a lot of karmic situations coming to an end, karmic debt that's being cleared between family members and with children and parents and that sort of thing. Okay. I also again feel 5D communication picking up. Okay, I do feel there may have been a lull with this within maybe the last couple of weeks with this new moon. A lot of darkness coming up. Okay, a lot of twins kind of pulling back their energy from each other, even if, you know, they're not aware in the 3D that they're doing it, their higher selves are doing it. But I do feel a return of the 5D communication, so telepathy, song messages, dreams, visions, that sort of thing. And I definitely feel a lot of you are being called into your strength right now. Yeah, dreams. And some of you may be getting some messages from source by way of dreams as well, that are pushing you to really step into yourself and kind of awaken into your true self and cutting away the bullshit, you know, and being being in your authentic truth. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at Divine Masculine. Nope. These cards are not wanting to cooperate today. Divine Masculine's pretty tight-lipped. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah. A lot of divine masculines right now still ending some codependent situations, okay? And their strength is definitely being tested right now. I do feel a lot of adversity surrounding divine masculine. Definitely a lot has to do with finances right now. A lot of divine masculines still kind of caught up in the 3D. You know, some of them still financially dependent on someone or are, you know, helping someone financially, you know, somebody else may be dependent on them, that sort of thing. And a lot of them are getting really, really tired of this uneven exchange. You know, those that are dependent on someone are feeling really worthless. You know, they don't feel like they can do it on their own and they don't like that energy. And those that are supporting others are feeling like they're being taken advantage of, okay? And some of them, it's a karmic situation. Some of them, it could be divine feminine. Some of them are feeling like maybe divine feminine's been doing so much, you know, and has been standing in her power, you know, really kind of lending energy to the connection. Whereas divine masculine, a lot of divine masculines, you know, are kind of back and forth with their energy, kind of going, you know, forward with the energy, back with the energy, not really quite sure what to do with that. So, you know, divine masculine kind of in, you know, basically being pushed to go after their wish fulfillment, whatever that might be. And that could be their mission. It could be, you know, to approach divine feminine. It could be a multitude of things. But right now, a lot of divine masculines are still trying to cut out a codependent situation. A lot of them are just repeatedly feeling disappointed over and over and over again, feeling burdened, feeling like they can't speak their truth, in a lot of conflict. Divine masculine, very, very, very triggered right now. Again, you know, third party situations being highlighted here, but I'm also getting family situations, jobs, you know, that sort of thing. So third party can be anything, doesn't have to be a person. But I am getting a lot of karma, again, I said earlier, coming up for family members, parents, children, you know, even siblings, that sort of thing is coming up right now with Divine Masculine. And a lot of that does stem from codependency, feelings of rejection, not being adequate, being rejected by a parent, you know, that sort of thing. And, of course, you know, we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. So those who are in partnerships and things like that, you know, they're starting to really see things for what they are, and wanting to kind of release the situation, but still not feeling like they can, okay? So Divine Masculine still kind of back and forth. No surprise, no change. I do feel a lot of Divine Masculine is probably feeling the pull right now, especially if Divine Feminine has walked away, stepped away, or even pulled away energy in the 5D. A lot of Divine Masculine is feeling the pull. Okay? Alright, so Divine Feminine, a lot of Divine Feminines right now are still kind of stuck in their heads, stuck between, you know, thinking about something and actually taking action on something. So kind of having difficulty manifesting, but it's like Divine Feminine is kind of in manifesting mode, right? So she's kind of in her head. She's like, all right, well, this is what I want. All right, Source, show me how to do this. Like, present the how for me, right? So some Divine Feminine is still kind of in stuck energy as well as far as manifesting goes, but I feel like that's lifting right now. A lot of Divine Feminines were kind of, you know, resisting ending some cycles, specifically having to do with Divine Masculine. And codependency within the connections. But I do feel a lot of Divine Feminines are really kind of recognizing this, and they're like, you know, yeah, I probably need to figure this out, right? I don't want to be in confusion anymore. You know, I want to know what I'm about. I want to know what the universe has in store for me, you know. So a lot of Divine Feminines are kind of in their heads, trying to be tactful, trying to end some situations, you know, on their end as well. Again, trying to have kind of like a peaceful resolution, but it's really, really hard to do that, right? A lot of Divine Feminines also feeling taken advantage of. A lot of Divine Feminines right now, not just in karmic situation, but also in the connections, you know, with Divine Masculine, you know, and wanting to kind of put that to an end. And again, some karmic cycles with the twins also right now are ending, and that could have to do with this codependency as well. Okay, so yeah, Divine Feminines wanting to overcome these triggers really bad. And I do feel some Divine Feminines are fairly triggered right now. But of course, it's being mirrored, okay? So you're triggering each other right now. So really need to stand in your power and overcome it, Divine Feminine, because you do lead, okay? But yeah, Divine Feminine, some Divine Feminines still have some codependency issues that they're dealing with, trying to end some cycles here. You know, feeling like they want to strategize, but not really quite sure how. Again, kind of reaching out to Source, like, okay, here's what I want, you know, I'm putting this out in the universe, and kind of waiting for a sign, right? Waiting for the green light, waiting for the go-ahead, right? And that's okay. I mean, I don't really consider that waiting. I wouldn't. You know, it's more of an energy thing at this point, as opposed to action, which is fine. Just keep your eyes open, Divine Feminine, because the universe is constantly communicating with you, and so are your guides. So if you've asked for a sign, it will present itself. Okay, so just take it in stride, give it time. Okay. What is going on? Here we go. All right. Let's look at the connections. Yeah, still having, again, some codependent issues within the connections right now, okay, but I do feel that the path is being shown here, okay, and you and your counterpart may be on separate paths right now, separate but the same, if that makes any sense, right? You may be walking separate paths, but you will eventually come together. It's leading you to the same place, okay, so you may be going around, like, opposite sides, you know, you're kind of working at this from two sides of a separate coin. So if you think about it, you're kind of cooperating, if that makes any sense whatsoever. There's definitely a lot of sexual energy in these connections. It's definitely returned with a vengeance. I think I said this yesterday. Like I said, some of you may have felt a lull in the 5D communication. Maybe the energy wasn't coming through as clearly, but now I do feel it's kind of back with a vengeance. So some of you may be feeling this very, very strongly today. Okay. But again, some self-worth issues. I definitely feel some inner child stuff coming up for both twins right now. That's pushing you all to kind of release some karma right now. Okay. There might have been something that maybe, just as an example, maybe you've forgiven someone, or you've forgiven a situation, or maybe you've forgiven your parents or something like that, but maybe you haven't told them, that sort of thing. So closure, I do feel coming in for the collective right now. I know a lot of you are kind of anticipating communication, wanting communication, that sort of thing, but I don't really feel there's going to be any sort of 3D communication, as probably for the majority of you, for a little while. Mercury is about to go out of retrograde, and all that fun stuff, which thank God, because this has been a rough retrograde. I don't know about you guys, but this has been the worst retrograde that I can remember. Okay. But yeah, a lot of you are coming into realization right now, just, across the collective, just how much you've been neglecting yourself, how much you've actually been drained by some of these situations that you're in, even the connection. Some of you have been very, very drained by the connection. It's not serving you right now. And so you're actually being asked to kind of release that. Okay. And some of you have been really, really afraid to do that. And that's what's been keeping you stuck. You've been kind of in this waiting energy, and you almost get codependent on the waiting, and that's not good. It's not good. It's still codependency. Okay. So let's get some messages from the counterparts. I definitely feel some decisions are in the air, guys. And this might be why you're not feeling your counterpart. Okay. Those of you who haven't been feeling your counterpart, like every time you go through an ascension, or every time you raise your vibration and you kind of raise yourself up, your counterpart, divine masculine, divine feminine, whichever is not awakened at the time, has to catch up. So it might be why you're not feeling them. And then once they do catch up, which I do feel they are at this point, you'll start feeling them again. Okay. Yeah. Remember, 3D is an illusion. Okay, let's get some messages and advice from Source. That's interesting. Okay, so some of you do have new love coming. Okay, I mean, honestly, and it may be your counterpart coming back in. It may be a high level soulmate. It may be something else. Okay, it may just be a renewed love for yourself. Okay, it just could be a new cycle of love within. Okay. Yeah, and some of you are really afraid to take a leap of faith. Some of you are really afraid to end a situation because you're actually afraid for the people around you. You're afraid that, some sort of upheaval is going to happen, but just know that you are guided, you are protected, okay? And whatever is going to happen for a reason. Just trust the universe, right? Because your commitment's being tested right now. Telling you, strength and commitment is being tested right now. Yay, more tests. Yeah. But yeah, some of you are being tested to be in your authenticity. You haven't been. Some of you are being pushed into mission because you haven't done it yet. You haven't taken that leap, and you need to, okay? Stop dimming yourself. Stop holding yourself back. Stop self-sabotaging, okay? Work through your fears, because some of you do sabotage because of fear. You're absolutely afraid of. Some of you are afraid of failure. Like, you're afraid that people won't like you if you succeed. Like, that's, I know we think fear of success, or fear of failure. I think I got that backwards. Sorry. Some of us, we think of fear of failure, as, so we don't really try, we kind of get in that rut. But then there's people who actually have fear of success. They're actually afraid that if they are successful, if they do succeed at their mission or whatever, that people aren't going to like them. Maybe they're afraid their family won't accept what they do, that sort of thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of karma coming up with families right now and stuff like that. So, yay. All right. I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.